And the Indian Sports Network is on the air. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Palmyra, Missouri. We're at one of the city parks over here, not at the high school, and it is kind of spitting rain just a little bit. So I didn't bring a raincoat, but I did bring a tarpaulin to cover this equipment with. So I guess that tells you how I value myself versus this equipment. I'll dry out, the equipment won't. But anyway, we are here today to watch your Elsberry Indians take on the Palmyra Panthers in a varsity baseball game. And the Elsberry Indians are 0-2 on the season. They dropped 2 games Saturday in O'Fallon. And the first game was not pretty at all. The second game, they looked a whole lot better. But they still lost it. And from what I understand, Palmyra is 2-0, so I don't have any stats on them. I do have some stats on some of our players here, and looks like our top players we have right now for batting average, we have Derek Taylor. He's batting 1,000. He's been in 1 game. He's had 1 actual at bat. He's made 1 plate appearance, but he does have 1 hit and a walk. And Bodecker is batting 750, Shaw's batting 500, and Bo Henry's batting 500. There's your top batters for the Elsberry team. See how this works out today. And right now we have the umpires out, as you can see. Just the way this field is set up and the size of it, and well, I guess it's regular size, but everything about it, and where I'm sitting, we're not going to be able to see first base or third base. They are just out of the view of the camera. But I will let you know what's going on in this game. Right now, like I said, it is still spitting rain just a little bit. And we have the Elsberry Indians down the first base line. I don't know if they're going to play a PA announcer. Let's see if we're going to have a national anthem here. Okay, just going to starting lineup for Elsberry. We have number 24, Jake Reimel, catcher. Number 10, Stephen Bodecker, shortstop. Number 20, Bo Henry, center field. Number 28, Nicholas Stone, pitcher. Number 23, Kobe Twellman, third base. Number 30, Garrick Hill, first base. Number 8, Cody Thornhill, second base. Number 25, Derek Taylor, right field. And number 5, Eli Gladney, left field. Lineup for the Palmyra Panthers. Number 8, Myers, center field. Number 15, Abbott, second base. Number 6, Wasman, shortstop. Number 24, Burnett, catcher. Number 13, Power. Number 13, Power, third base. Number 5, Leonbauer, pitching. Number 3, Compton, first base. Number 22, Scholl, left field. And number 1, Malone, right field.
Head coach is Adam Schaefer, assisted by Chad Twellman.
So,
now the starting lineup for the home team.
As they give the starting lineup for the home team, Palmyra Panthers,
leading off, playing center field.
Then I'll tell you what, while they're doing that, let's just go ahead and have a commercial. Get some of these out of the way. As soon as I get my commercial thingy on. Here we go.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one.
And right now we're going to have the national anthem. Okay, should have been able to hear that real well. I've got the speaker about 2 inches above my head. Wow. Getting a big crowd here, so they bring their crowd in the form of PA system. Kind of reminds me of a football game where they do that kind of stuff. All right, we are getting ready for our first batter. And I'm hoping that they are running the electronics over here for the game changer. Hope by the time the season's over, I've got it figured out how to do it. Oh, I just see on my on the weather that it's supposed to start raining at 5:13. They better play a quick game. So anyway, let's go ahead and finish that commercial we were on.
Best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, we are back. We are getting ready. Pitcher's going to take a couple more pitches. And so we have up to bat right now Jake Reimel. Jake Reimel, right-handed batter. Jake is batting .200 this year, and he takes a ball to start off. Second pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul tip right back into either the catcher or the umpire, one or the other. It thumped into somebody. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Actually, I think it was the umpire. He looked a little confused there for a second. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And call strikeout. 1 out. Okay, that brings up Stephen Bodecker. Steve's batting .750 for the year. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Steve's playing shortstop in this game. Ball inside. Ball high, 2 balls, 1 strike. High foul ball coming back to the left side. Thumps into the bleachers. That makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the first, no score. Swing and a miss. That is 2 strikeouts to start this game. Brings up Bo Henry. Henry's batting .500 for the year and 6 at-bats. Plate appearances, I should say. Strike 1 swinging. Leonbauer is pitching for Palmyra. His pitches look pretty good. Ball 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 up, 3 down. All 3 strikeouts. So, at the end of 1/2 of an inning, we have no score.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, we are back for the bottom half of this first inning. Leading off for Palmyra is going to be Myers. He's our center fielder. Pitching for Elsberry is number 28, Nicholas Stone. Stone pitched 2 innings so far. In one game, he started the game. He got 37 pitches. He took one of the losses Saturday. First pitch is a call strike. Just painted that outside corner. And the ball gets past Jake Reimel and bounces back to me. I'm glad there's a fence here. Ball hit down the third base line, and it drops in. He's trying to pull it into 3, and he is out. He had a double, tried to stretch it into a triple, and it didn't work. That brings up Abbott, second baseman. Ball up high. Ball too high. Ball hit down the third base line. It's dropped in foul. Hard hit ball though. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball 3, 3-1. Ball 4. So with 1 out, Palmyra has a base runner on. Brings up Wasman. This spitting rain is starting to spit just a little bit harder. Gets any cooler, I think it's going to be ice falling down. Wasman, a right-handed batter. Call strike 1. Ball hit down third base line, goes through. And that was Abbott is safe at third. So we have runners at first and third. So 1 out. Runners at the corners. Brings up Burnett, their catcher. Call strike, and Jake Reimel stared him back to third. Runner going to second. And Reimel thought better of it and held up. So we have stolen base to second. So they have 2 runners in scoring position. As Wasman just took second. Abbott is at third. 1 out. Striking a ball on Burnett. Foul ball back behind us. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That went far enough back. I hope it doesn't hit my truck. Ball high. Inside. Ball 3. That was close to hitting him. 3-2, 1 out, no score. Runners on second and third. Bottom of the first inning. Palmyra's threatening. And there was ball 4. So we have the bases loaded with 1 out. Brings up Power, third baseman. And they just had a pinch runner. Number 2, Begbie, just went to first base. I got to figure out the exact rules on this. They can have pinch runners that don't have to take the place. And Power was hit by the pitch. That brings a run home. That brings up Leyenbauer. Ball 1. Time is called. Oh no, that wasn't a time, that was a balk. And that balk brought in a run. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2-0 Palmyra, bottom of the first. And ball way inside, almost hit him. He able to get out of the way. And another balk was called. So that's 2 runs in on a balk. Leyenbauer is still up to bat, 2-1. He pulls back for a bunt. Comes back behind us. Two and two on Leyenbauer. He's had 2 runs come in on his at bat. Ball high, 3-2, 1 out. There any base runners left on? Yeah, there's 1 runner left on third. Foul ball off to the left. You know what? These mobile homes sitting over here down on the first base side, I'm surprised they don't have a bunch of dents in their roof. Still 3-2, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Okay, 2 down. Brings up Compton. He's our right-handed batting first baseman. Still got a runner on third. 2 outs. 3-0. Palmyra over Elsberry. Ball high. Ball hit hard, but foul down the third base line. One ball, 1 strike. Ball hit down the third base line again. Fly ball, and it's foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, runner on third, 3-0. Palmyra over Elsberry, bottom of the first. Swing and a miss, struck him out. All right, so at the end of 1 inning, we have a score of Palmyra 3, Elsberry 0.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administration.
First pitch to Stone is a foul ball to the right side. Strike one. Stone, the right-hand batting pitcher, has no batting average for this year, but he's been on base 3 times with 6 plate appearances. He's been walked 3 times and he has scored a run. Another foul ball. Somehow I don't think my truck is safe back there. It's that blue one back there. Yeah. And a strikeout on Stone. That brings up Colby Twellman. Colby Twellman has no batting average yet this year. Strike one. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Hard swing. Foul tip, swing, strike three. So, Palmyra, their pitcher, Leonbauer, he's had 5 up and 5 have been struck out. Brings up Garrick Hill. He has no batting average yet this year. He hasn't played yet. First pitch is high. Second pitch is low, ball 2. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Ball 3, 3-1. It is still spitting rain out here. Foul ball behind us. Somebody please move my truck. Two outs, 3-2. Top of the second inning. And a call, strike 3. So once again, that is 6 strikeouts in a row for Leonbauer. So the end of 1.5 innings. Score is 3-0 Panthers.
Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, we are back for the bottom of the second inning. Palmyra is going to have Scholl coming up to bat. Again, I don't have any stats. Just the way this game changer works, unless you pay them a bunch of money, you don't get stats on the opposing teams. Good throw down to second from Reimel. Hope he can do that during the game. All right, Scholl is up to bat now. Looks like he's batting right-handed. Stone still pitching for Elsberry. First pitch is high. Second pitch is high. Third pitch is low. 3-0. Leading off the bottom of the second. Four pitches, 4 balls. Scholl is on base. Brings up Malone, the right fielder. Strike one. Call strike. Scholl on first, taking a lead off. Squared around to bunt. Good bunt. Down to first, and he is out. Sacrifice bunt. And that got Scholl to second base. It brings up the top of the lineup again for Palmyra. Number 8, Myers is batting. Left-handed batter. Called strike one. And there was a double play. Ball hit the second, over to shortstop for a double play at second base. So at the end of 2, score is Panthers 3, Indians 0.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
All right, brings us back. Top of the inning, Elsberry's batting. We have Thornhill coming up to bat. He has 0 batting average so far this year. He's had 5 at-bats in 2 games. And he has 1 strikeout. And that was a call strikeout. So, Thornhill batting. Palmyra's ready for their first pitch. Thornhill batting right-handed. Three to nothing in the top of the third. Squared around a bunt, and ball went up the first base line, but went foul. Strike 1. Okay, $100 to whoever moves my truck. Yeah, my truck I think has a target on it out there. Actually, I've just had someone take me up on the $100 offer. I'll fool them. I don't have $100 with me. All right. Okay, there's the keys. All right, and in the meantime, take it down by Hannibal someplace. There was several of those foul balls that were coming very close to my truck out there. Derek Taylor squared up to bunt. And took a call strike. Strike 2 swinging. Foul ball. Stays strike 2. Ball inside. And a called strike. Okay, that brings Eli Gladney up to bat. So far, all 8 batters for Elsberry have been struck out. Foul ball back a little farther back. It's back where my truck is now. Yeah, I believe there is a target on my truck. And call strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes on Eli Gladney. Foul ball right to the Elsberry dugout. Strike 3 swinging. All right, that is all. The first 9 batters have been struck out by Palmyra. So 3 up, 3 down, 3 times in a row as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Score is 3-0, Palmyra over Elsberry.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, we are back. Haven't been gone very long, but we are back. We are into the bottom of the third inning, and it actually looks like it's not even spitting rain right now. I probably shouldn't have said that. But Palmyra is going to be bringing Abbott up to bat. Make sure I got that right. First pitch is a ball high. Second pitch ball inside just a little bit. Third pitch ball outside. Three balls, no strikes. Leadoff batter in the bottom of the third. 4 pitches, 4 balls. And the leadoff batter is on, and Wasman is up to bat. Wasman had a single last time up. Hard hit ball down the third base line. Got the ball in, so we have a double. So runners on second and third. Abbott, who was on first, went to third and held up. Glad he got that ball in quick. Meanwhile, nobody out. Runners on second and third, and Burnett is up to bat. Hits the ball, went right, just out of the reach of second base. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. First ball is a call strike. This is Power that's up to bat now. Ball 1. 1-1. High fly ball, pop up on infield. And That was Bodecker that caught that for the putout. There's one out. So Leonbauer's up to bat now, their pitcher. Ball outside. Reimel keeping the base runner honest. Another foul ball back into the parking lot. He didn't look to see where my truck was. He missed. Ball high. Three balls and a strike. Another foul ball back. And that would have just about hit my truck, so I'm glad it's moved. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. You know, it must have only been 2 balls because there was a ball right there. So I guess now it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. And another walk. So we have runners on first and second. Compton up to bat for Palmyra. Foul ball hit back to the Palmyra dugout. Strike 1. And I guess that was the ball. Looked like a pretty good pitch from here. Must have been low. Hard hit ball down left field. And put out there by catch made by Eli Gladney. So with 1 out, that brings up Scholl. 2 outs, I'm sorry. Throw down to first by Reimel. Good throw. Garrick dropped it as he caught it. I don't know whether he'd have had him or not anyway. Meanwhile, ball 1 on Scholl. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Call. Strike two. Two outs. One ball, two strikes, 5-0. Palmyra over Elsberry. Bottom of the third. Foul ball down to first baseline. Still two strikes. Ball gets away from Rimal, but he picks it up real quick. Ball two. 2-2. Fly ball out to second base. And Cody Thornhill is there to make the catch. 3 outs. All right. So at the end of 3, Palmyra 5, Elsberry 0. Let's take a break.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Okay, John Denver and I are back. We are thanking God we're country boys. So we are going into the top of the 4th inning. Brings Jake Reimel up to bat. Jake Reimel struck out his first time up in the 1st inning. Okay, we need to get some base runners. So far we've had all strikeouts. We haven't had a ball in play yet. Square it up to bunt, and the ball was a strike. The ball was a strike. The pitch was a strike. Ball one. Swing and a miss, strike two. Leonbauer is throwing in some pitches. Ball two. 2-2 on Reimel. Foul tip. Back just to my left. Stays 2-2. Ball 3, full count on Reimel. There's a ball hit, and I thought it was going foul. It was just to the outside of first base. So we'll go back to the 3-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 10 in a row. 10 in a row striking out. Brings up Steven Bodecker. First pitch outside. Second pitch, a appeal to first base, and ball 2. Said he did not go around. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Ball 4. And Steve Bodecker is the first base runner for Elsberry tonight. 4th inning, leading off. No, I'm sorry, not leading off. So, brings up Bo Henry. Easy to say, he struck out first time tonight, too. Everybody else has. Steve Bodecker is the first person to be on base for the Elsberry tonight. Ball 1. Leonbauer maybe has lost just a little bit in his pitching, but he's pitched 3 extremely solid innings. Pop foul back behind us. 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first. Top of the 4th inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Brings up Stone to bat. He struck out his first time up in the 2nd inning. Still have Bodecker on first base. Ball inside. And Bodecker was thrown out trying to steal second base. So Stone will be back up to bat in the 5th inning. So 3.5 innings played, and we have a score of 5-0. Palmyra over Elsberry.
Oh, hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird luck showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
All right, we are back. We are in the bottom of the fourth inning. Scores: Palmyra Panthers 5, Elsberry Indians 0. Story of this game has been the pitching for Palmyra. First 10 batters were struck out, then a walk, and then another strikeout, and the runner was caught trying to steal second. Ball hit down first base, and what happened there? I guess they're saying that was a foul ball before it got down that way. It's Malone batting. High fly ball. And it was dropped by the pitcher, but it was in foul territory when he dropped it. So we have 2 strikes on Malone. And there's a line drive out to Derek Taylor in right field. He gets the ball in, so we have Malone on with the base hit. That brings up Myers. Ball hit between first and second. Taylor fumbles the ball out in right field. He gets it in, and the runner holds at third. But we have a stand-up double. Well, it wouldn't be because that's an error on Taylor. Malone is on third. Myers is on second. And we have Abbott up to bat. No outs. And time, not time, it's another balk. They need to work on balks. And another balk called. So that was 2 more balks in a row. I think that's like 4 or 5 of the entire score is a balk. I can't argue either way. I have a lot of trouble noticing balks. So the bases are clear. Nobody out. Got 1 strike on Abbott in the 4th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. And there was a call strike. Straight out center field. And Henry's under it and catches it. That is the first out. That brings up Wasman. That is the Palmyra shortstop. First pitch is a strike called. Ball 1. Hit down at third base line and fumbled. Colby Twellman couldn't quite pick it up, so we have a runner on first. 1 out. All right, and we are going to have a pitching change. No, that was Nicholas Stone was pitching. He's coming out. See who they're going to have pitching now. That was actually, what, 74 pitches for Stone. That's a lot for high school. So we're going to have Garrick Hill pitching. Little slider coming in there. Pretty good angle here for me to watch these pitches. And he just threw it at me.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we can teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Okay, we are back. So we have Garrick Hill in pitching. I think the temperature's dropped about 35 degrees since I've been here this afternoon. I see everybody else sitting around in heavy coats. I've got a light jacket on. So in the meantime, we have Burnett up to bat. He has walked. He walked his first time up. And we have ball one. Ball two. Runner on first. That's Wasman. And ball gets away from Reimel. And he gets it down to second base, but not nearly in time. And Wasman is on second. Four pitches and one base on ball. So Power is up to bat. One out, runner on first and second. Call strike. Ball low and outside. Reimel looked the runner back to first. Ball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball hit between first and second. Derek Taylor's out there, and runners coming home. Long throw. So 1 run in. And other 2 runners at second and third. That makes the score 8-0. And it brings up Leonbauer. Good pitch in there for a call strike. And ball gets past Reimel, but they didn't. Palmyra didn't try to run on it. Not much space here. They'd have to be a pretty fast runner to be able to anything to happen. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Still nobody out. That ball gets past, and here comes the runner. And he is out. So, no, I was wrong. There was 1 out. There's 2 outs now. So there's a second out. Runner out trying to steal home. But in the meantime, the runner on second, Power, he made it to third. Meanwhile, Leonbauer is still at bat. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball 3. 3-1. 2 outs. Runner on third. 8-0. Palmyra over Elsberry. Ball hit down first base line, and Stone, who is playing first now, has it, picks it up for the out. So, at the end of 4 innings, the score is now 8-0. Palmyra over Elsberry.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, we are back, and Palmyra has a new pitcher. That is Stone. So Leonbauer pitched 4 innings and pitched 4 very good innings. Had lots of strikeouts, 1 walk. No hits at all. First pitch to Stone for Elsberry is a ball. Hard hit ball out to center field. And Myers is under it and makes the catch. It brings up Colby Twellman. Struck out his first time up in the 2nd inning. Foul tip right back to my nose. One and one on Twelman. Top of the fifth inning, one out. Two balls, one strike. Another foul back to the fence. Two balls, two strikes. And the baseball back into the mobile home community off to our right. I bet you they have more than one window broken per year. Full count on Twelman. High fly ball out into left field, and Scholl was underneath it and makes the catch. That brings Garrick Hill up to bat. Struck out his first time up. Ball one. At least Elsberry's getting the ball into play now. That's better than they were doing the first four innings. Swing and a miss, strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. Hard hit ball in left field. And we have a home run. Garrick Hill with a home run. And that, folks, could be your business getting credit for that if someone wanted to advertise with the home runs. But anyway, that takes a score. First ball in play, and it turns out to be a home run. Puts Elsberry on the board with one run. So we have Cody Thornhill up to bat now. Struck out his first time up. Two outs, one ball. One ball, one strike. Another dent in my truck if it had been sitting there. Little dribbler back to the pitcher. And out at first. So, halfway through the 5th inning, we have a score of 8-1. Garrick Hill with a home run in his half of the inning, and 8-1. Panthers over the Indians.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the megabanks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, we are back for the bottom of the 5th inning. And we're having Compton come up to bat. No, let me change that around. Now, I'm sorry, that is Stone up to bat now. Ball hit to Bodecker, and it gets between his legs. All right, that brings up Scholl to bat. Runner on first. Hard hit ball to shortstop, second, over to first, and not quite in time. Okay, who we have up to bat now? We have Hinkle up to bat now. Throw to first, back in time. Foul tip, foul tip back. Two balls and a strike. Reimel's doing a good job of keeping the base runner on. Ball hit down the third base line, but it is fouled. Foul tip back. Remind me if I ever call here again, I'm going to bring someone else's car. There's a lot of foul tips go over this fence back into the parking lot. Good catch there by, you didn't see it on the camera, but the on-deck batter caught a hot little grounder coming back to him. He had about 1/8 of a second to react. So we have 2 and 2. Three and 2 on Hinkle. Fair ball down to third base line. Oh, hang on, would they? Let's see what they're calling here. Okay, I guess they're calling a ground rule double there. So that puts the runners on second and third. And we have Myers up to bat. Ball one. Ball too high. Ball over to left center. Henry's underneath it. And he has it and throws it in. Lets the runner run, but all right. Run scored and runner from second to third is safe. It could score 9-1. Foul ball down third base. Abbott up to bat with 1 ball and 1 strike. Bottom of the 5th inning. I think this ball field was designed by the body shop owner up here. Two balls, 2 strikes. Ball hit right to Twellman at second base. 3 outs. So at the end of 5 innings, we have the score: Palmyra 9, Elsberry 1.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, here we go into the top of the 6th inning. Derek Taylor is coming up to bat for Elsberry. Score 9-1. Not the only highlight of this game for Elsberry has been home run by Garrick Hill. So Derek Taylor stands in to bat. And he was hit by the pitch. Brings up Eli Gladney. I don't know what they're discussing out there. He was hit by the pitch. They're bringing him back. I don't know what that... I don't know what that was all about. I thought he was hit by the pitch. He was limping, but they said it was a strike. Meanwhile, 2 strikes. And strikeout. All right, brings up Eli Gladney again. 1 out. There was a call strike. Foul tip, strike 2. Ball 1. Ball, there's a base hit. Ball hit into right field. Malone gets it back in, throws to second base. Brings up top of the lineup, Jake Reimel. He has struck out twice in this game, along with most everybody else. It's only the second hit for Elsberry tonight. Ball 1. And Reimel squared up to bunt and bunts it foul. Ball two. Ball hit right to second base. He fumbles it and gets Reimel at first, but Gladney goes on to second. Brings up Bodecker. Pop up to the middle of the infield. And there's the third out. That was Abbott that made that out. So we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Score Palmyra 9, Elsberry 6. Or I'm sorry, 9-1. Sitting there looking at inning 6.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, we have Wasman up to bat now. And we also have Cody Thornhill pitching. Two pitches and two strikes. Fly ball. Who has it? And Bodecker made a catch. Brings up Burnett. Ball one. Ball 2. Pop foul back behind us, as usual. There was a ball. And that fly ball was missed. It was Eli Gladney that missed that one. So we have Burnett on with the double. Powers up to bat now. With 1 out. Foul ball. Ball 1. Hard hit ball into center field. And it's over the fence for a home run. 2-run homer for Power. And that is the end of the game. Yeah, I guess seeing the 6th inning with a 10-run lead, that is going to be the end of the game. So let's just change the score here. That made it 11-1, and that's it. So, nothing to brag about. Palmyra had some tremendous pitching earlier in the game, and Elsberry just couldn't seem to get the ball in play. Once they did, Garrick Hill did get a home run. We had a couple of hits later on in the game, but that just wasn't a whole lot going on here. So with a final score of 11-1 in the 6th inning, game was called because of the 10-run difference, and now it's on to Tuesday. I'm sorry, this is Tuesday. Now it's on to Saturday. Elsberry will be playing a couple of games at Orchard Farm. So, again, hopefully things will turn around a little bit, and they can get some offense going. That seemed to be the problem tonight. There's absolutely no offense whatsoever. But anyway, again, not a heck of a lot to talk about. I don't think there's really even any stats to, they're not going to be put in yet anyway. So, all right, well, I guess at this time I'm going to end this broadcast. Not much more I can talk about. So want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. And tell your friends about these broadcasts if they want to be able to see these games and they can't make it to them. Then tell them about it. Go to YouTube, join the Elsberry Democrat, subscribe to the Elsberry Democrat page, YouTube page, and get in on these broadcasts. So, anyway, from Palmyra, where you have just seen the Elsberry Indians and the Palmyra Panthers. This is Kenny Masterson saying good night from Palmyra. Until Saturday morning, good night, everybody.